welcome to the Nick and Matt Show. Bringing the player interviews you want to hear and the hot topics you want to discuss. Streaming live on the Foundation Podcast YouTube channel, here's Nick and Matt.
Let's get right to it. You just had your 69th, if I'm not mistaken, according to PDGA, 69th career win at the Challenge at Goat Hill. Congratulations on that. And
thank you.
Obviously, you went into it trying to win, but did you expect the win?
Oh, no. Of course, I didn't expect a win. I just wanted to go and try to make pars and have a great tournament. So it turned out pretty well.
Now, what is your mindset going into every single tournament? Like, do you have the mindset as in like, you just want to go in and make pars and do pretty well? Or do you think, you know, yes, I'm obviously playing for the win. This is what I expect out of it at certain tournaments, maybe?
Right. As far as like the word expect, there can't be any expectations when I'm playing. So absolutely no expectations. And whatever happens, happens. But of course, what I want and what I would like for is to win. But that's a result of playing good.
Yes. Have you always had that mindset as in like expectations are not to be had?
No, that's kind of a new thing I'm experimenting with, and it's been working out pretty well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah. So this course and venue is known for like giving the long throwers a significant advantage. Can I ask we used to do a segment called Judge That Disc Golfer. I just feel like it's coming back here. How far can how far can you throw a disc, Lisa? Like if you just had to say a controlled distance drive.
I'm pretty bad at distances, but I do have a Bushnell, so I mean I can get you a really accurate number next time you ask me that. But I'll say close to like 350 range on like a really good day. So yeah, like around there, give or take.
What is your distance disc of choice?
I really love the Star Strike when I have like an open field look. Otherwise, I may be pulling out a turn, like a halo turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
nice.
Do you think what do you think helped you the most to win this tournament? You have your own strengths in your mindset. You have your own weaknesses. What do you think it was? You had to put a lot together, but what do you think it was that stood out? Was it distance?
No, it wasn't like raw distance that really stood out. It was more placement and staying in bounds, trying to at least, and making putts. And like I said, it was like a placement course. So you just getting to those spots and trying to get par or have a look at birdie.
Do you feel like scrambling is a big part of your game? I was looking at your stats earlier, obviously, in preparation for this, and you had a significantly high scramble rate, which is like a good thing. Is that a big part of your game always?
It seems to be, yeah. I tend to get in trouble off the tee, and I have to lean on my scramble game a little bit more than I would like to, but I am able to luckily make weird situations work. I have a sidearm, I have a backhand, I have a roller. I can kind of, be creative out there.
Well, obviously, as we've seen with the whole pandemic going on, disc golf has exploded when it comes to viewers of the sport, players of the sport, and everything like that. How long have you been touring? For players who might not know who you are, for maybe first-time listeners of the podcast, they don't know who Lisa is. When did you start touring? How did you get into the sport? Kind of give us a quick little backstory on that.
Yeah, well, I've been touring now. This is my 6th year on tour. And also been sponsored by Innova for 6 years. Prior to that, I started playing 10 years before that. So I've actually been playing the sport for 16 years. I started in 2005 in the summer. So, I just really loved it from the beginning. And when I found tournaments, I just kept playing tournaments. And then I wanted to go kind of like out of state where the bigger tournaments were, because locally there weren't like a lot of girls to play with, and more than like a handful. But which is awesome. But just wanted more competition. So started looking at like out of state tournaments, and once I got sponsored by Innova, just was ready to, try touring.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause again, we look up, we try to do the best we can with our stats department here when we have a guest on. We see that you became a member of the PDGA in 2007, but you're saying you started 2 years before that. Not everybody remembers this, but did you become a member because you were then interested in tournaments? Is that why? Do you remember why you became a member?
I believe so. That was when I found tournaments, because when I first started playing disc golf, I didn't even know, um, anything about it. It was like all just, what is this? Let's go figure it out.
And at what stage did you feel like, okay, I'm going to do the van life, I'm going to do the full on tour, I'm going to really commit myself? Were you working a job previously before that? And kind of like, what was the transition into life into disc golf?
Yeah, so I first started playing disc golf when I was actually 19 years old, which is actually 16 years ago. So I'm 35 now. And so that was just right after high school. I started playing disc golf, and I was also in college. So it kind of went disc golf and college side by side for a while. And disc golf kind of became like a distraction a little bit from like, I didn't really know what I was going to do. So I kind of wavered about my majors and stuff like that. But that was kind of always there. And then just had jobs as well, just all kinds of jobs throughout school. Waitress, all kinds of things, Uber driver. But yeah, once just, I don't know, just kept playing disc golf through all of that, and graduated high school. Graduated high school, but also graduated college, and then decided, I'm ready to, play more tournaments, since I don't like have school going on.
Yeah, exactly. And what part are you from? Like, I know you're saying there wasn't really a strong scene for the female disc golfers in your area, but have you noticed throughout the years that it has gotten kind of bigger in that sense?
Yeah, like especially with the pandemic, it's gotten huge. But it's been growing steadily over like the last several years, last 5 or so years. So we've seen an increase, but of course with the pandemic, it's just we've really seen the increase now. More ladies out playing, so that's really cool to see.
Peace out.
The Nick and Matt Show, a disc golf podcast designed for you, the disc golfer. Find the Nick and Matt Show on your favorite podcast platforms, or stream us live exclusively on the Foundation Podcast's YouTube channel.